So people are joining back again. I'm sorry for the hiccup, and but so nice and so happy to see you all joining back so rapidly. Okay, so we will begin now. So the you can see this in this photo. There is a this is a dissolved oxygen sensor from a customer site, and after adding OxySuper, the dissolved oxygen increased to 5.33. The picture is not that clear, but it is a real picture. So if you can actually point look through your eyes, you will see that 5.33 figure. And this is one of our good message which we have received from our client. Okay, now this is we are going towards the end of the webinar. This is one. There can be multiple examples on how wastewater microbes work, or how innovative microbes work. But for the scope of this webinar and to keep it limited, to keep it simple, I am just giving one or two case studies, and then we can discuss on later on. If anyone has a particular question, you can always call me and always write to my email ID. So this is a case which I want to actually show you. This is very relevant in the wastewater industry, odor control, and why odor comes. Why? What can we do about it? People are used to saying that sewage will always smell, but it is not like that case. Sewage doesn't have to smell, and we may, if we, I mean, understand that we can actually treat it, there we can save a lot of money. People are installing so many costly I mean, odor absorbing equipment. I've seen my own customers, they have installed water mist sprays, and then they've installed so many of huge expensive equipments to actually trap that odor. But if you can biologically solve the source, then you don't need all those expensive products. So why odor comes? Odor comes because microbes need oxygen to survive, and so they will find out that oxygen from anywhere. If you don't give them that oxygen in the if the dissolved oxygen is not there in the water, so they'll find out the another oxygen source. And the most relevant source, or the most easy source, is sulfides. I mean, sulfur compounds or sulfates, which are already there in water. Sulfates are there in water, nitrates are there in water. All these are dissolved gases which are already existing in water, and there are plenty in sewage and industrial waste. And for example, whenever this sulfate is reduced to sulfur, whenever nitrate is reduced to nitrogen, or there is ammonia there in the water, there is carbon dioxide in the water. Whenever these oxides are reduced by microbes, oxygen actually pull this oxygen from the dissolved gases. So whenever there is a pulling effect, that sulfur or that nitrogen or that carbon dioxide will get released. And when it gets released, that is odor. H2S is particularly, I mean, so well known with the odor, because the H2S, even the tiniest amount of H2S, our nose can detect. So that is why H2S is so bad known. Now, how these microbes can actually control this odor is, uh, there are certain microbes which can directly eat the sulfur. They will not release any H2S, or they'll not release any sulfur element in the atmosphere, and they can do it without releasing that odorous gases. So these are called these are certain special strains, and those strains we have it in our product BioFresh. These microbes can do it on without the help of oxygen also. They can do it in anaerobic conditions also. But if we give an oxygen source, for example, if we give aeration to it, or our OxySuper to it, then the anaerobic conditions, or the anaerobic microbes will also they will also reduce. So these are two ways in which we can reduce the odors. This is one prime example where everyone can use it. And these odor problems are found everywhere. We right now hotels are not working, but this is one of our clients, and they had a huge odor problem. And hotels have a huge odor problem, and then it becomes a very big issue for their business. This is what happens. Okay, this is another case where there is high COD in the wastewater. So people are saying that, or many people say that, what to do with high COD? How can we treat high chemical demand? And there are certain industries, for example, detergent industry is one very high COD producing industry. Pharma industry is one highest COD producing industry. So now you know that what COD is. COD is a combination of toxins which needs to be oxidized. And so it is not only aeration which will oxidize it. We can give certain bio inputs. We can absorb that COD into herbal extracts. We can absorb that COD and make them settle it down before it reaches the microbes. We can do it through polyglue and all that. So this is how we can treat high COD. This is one example. Similarly, I'll not take much of time, but this is another relevant example. We can control foaming in food industries in many. This is a nocardia foaming which occurs in some certain plants. So these are our product ranges. We have microbes for nitrification, oil and grease control, biogas generation, odor control, chloride removal. Chloride is also found in many wastewater industries. Then we have something for odor control, foam control, and there are many tailor-made products. But this is to give you a gist of what can happen. Okay, so we'll come to 5 important tips which you can utilize today, and this is something very unique. You will not find it, and you will not find it anywhere on the internet. You'll find it relevant. So number one, biotreatment must be started at the earliest location. So you should not dose microbes or not concentrate biotreatment just on the aeration tank. You should do it from the very first tank, the equalization tank, the collection tank, in fact, even earlier. For example, we have customers who are, there is a labor site. I mean, there is a parliament building being made in Delhi, and that parliament building, now they are treating a lot of wastewater. That wastewater is for the labor staff which is residing over there. So they generate a lot of sewage waste. Now, in that particular case, the bioculture or the biotreatment dosing must begin at the washroom, the WC level only, not when the sewage reaches the equalization tank or the aeration tank. Then it's already too late. So that is the number one tip you can utilize in your industry also. The other one is normally a rule of thumb is that any microbial product you choose, at least 2 ppm of the microbial product should be there in the wastewater. But the first dose should be 10 ppm. If you don't keep the first dose heavy, the microbes will not survive. So it is important to make a 10 ppm dose. This is another point which we understood quite later. Okay, the third point is, when commissioning, don't take fresh water, take raw effluent having BOD and COD. So many clients call us and they say that, sir, we have dosed the bioculture, but the commissioning is not done, is not taking place. We had taken fresh water, but we must understand that fresh water doesn't have the food, and the bioculture cannot give so much of food. It can just complement the food. It cannot give all the food. So taking BOD into the wastewater is necessary. That will help you. The fourth one is, we should always pre-aerate for 12 hours after dosing the bioculture. Hold the water for 12 hours. Again, so before dosing the bioculture, if you pre-aerate it for 12 hours, what will happen is you will increase the dissolved oxygen level. And with that plenty of oxygen, the commissioning will take place rapidly, and you will have a very brilliant flock which will develop. So this point is quite useful. And the fifth point is, which now you would understand it easily, that a bioculture product, especially like Super 24, it should, when it is used on a regular basis or on an ongoing basis, then it gives marvelous results. It is not a one-time use only. You cannot just commission and then just forget it, because pollutants and BOD shock loads are coming on a daily basis. And so that is why you need herbal extracts, you need so many other agents which help in degrading that impurity which is coming every day. So bioculture is a regular dosing. So these are 5 tips. Uh, we can give you some other tips. That we had some more tips to offer, but I think for now, to make it easier for you, these are 5 tips. That's it. So nice of you to have been there with me all this while. And you can please put across your questions through the chat. And I think because we had a 40-minute time limit earlier and we could not connect, you can always write to me on this email ID. You can just pick up the phone and call me, and we'll be able to talk in a much easier, simpler way, understand your problem. We even have a link where we will, if you contact us today on the email, my team will send you a link which you can fill up, and that link helps us. I mean, whatever your present wastewater problem is there, we will give you a free consultation on that link. If you can give us some details. We have asked certain details that what your present water problem is. So we'll share you that link, and that entitles you for a free consultation. So nice of you to have been stayed with me, and please feel free to contact me. I thank you, and you all should take care. I'm sure this corona epidemic will end soon, and we'll have a brighter day. Thank you so much.
Well,
thank you, Sanjay Ji.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone for coming. Sanjay sir has been great mentor to me, and since I have joined him, things have been very productive. He always gives me live examples to see and get things done in the right manner. Always thinking about what exactly a customer should be getting, and how it is important for them, how we can help them out for getting a better environmental way. So there are a lot of things he has stated. And if any one of you has any kind of a question, please feel free to ask Sanjay. And first 10 people who fill up the form, we would be definitely getting into a consultation call with you all. Well, that's it from my side.
Thank you.